That's right. Radio Boss Hardbody Kiati, the AM Wake Up Show. Big shout out to everybody from all over the world, man, tuning in and checking in. I definitely appreciate you this morning. Whenever you jump on, IG, what up? I see y'all. All right, there it is. UG Legend, what's going on, my brother? D Tyler, yeah. What's going on? I see everybody checking in on the IG. Sam, what's going on? Plush and Pink. CJ the Don, what's good? Ladies, Valentine is here. If y'all don't go by Plush and Pink, and get y'all all the way together now. Boys just, well, you could tell when boys ain't got to go to school. They just get up and just got sleep in their eyes. What up, son? You okay, son? You good? Radio Boss Jr. in the building. You got to sleep in today, buddy? Okay. There you go. What's going on, y'all? Big shout out to everybody jumping in right now, man. Special guest alert. Stand-up brother, stand-up guy out here in the world, not just in the community, in the world, stopping by the show this morning. And we definitely gonna check in. Now listen, IG, if y'all want to watch the full show, if you want to see the interview that I'm about to do, all you've got to do is click the link in my Instagram bio, click the AM Wake Up Show, and you'll be able to see the whole screen. You'll be able to see my son sitting over here looking like sleep. Oh yeah, y'all. The boy ain't have to go to school today. 8 years old. He out here living his best life. I know he ain't brushed his teeth, but it's okay because he showed up for the show. That's all that matters this morning. That's it. That's all that matters. Welcome everybody. Here we go ahead and welcome everybody in this thing, man. Thank y'all for sharing the video. Of course, the AM Wake Up Show. Brother Deric Muhammed. Deric, how you doing this morning, brother?
Peace and blessings, Kiati, my brother. How are you?
Man, I'm good, my brother. It's super good to see you. Dylan, you say good morning, buddy?
Good morning.
Good morning, young Dylan. It's an honor to be on the AM Wake Up Show. What can I say, Mama? I made it.
We on. It's on.
I made it, Mama.
We finally getting big time guests. I'm excited, y'all. We got a budget now. Ooh, new deal.
No budget necessary. No budget necessary.
Man, brother. First and foremost, man, super, proud to be a part of the effort that's going on this weekend. And I think the thing that I love about you as a brother is that you really mean what you say, and you're passionate about what you do and what you have going on. The Smarten Up Black Male, is it still the Teen Summit, correct?
It's just the Black Male Summit because so many of our brothers need this inspiration beyond their teen years. Right. You know, what I've learned, Kiati, is that age don't make you a man. You know, it's maturity, it's experience, humility, wanting to own up for responsibility for your actions. These are the things that make you a man. And sometimes, some of us, we don't grasp that concept until we might be in our 30s or something. So it's definitely for teenagers, but it's also for young men as well, and anyone who would be inspired by what we have to say.
Right. And the reason why I asked that, in full transparency, it's not a lot of people who really are passionate about our youth. And I know about the young brothers that you met. And I was blessed enough to be inside the room whenever you and the mayor were sitting down talking to a handful of our young teenage Black kids. And for me, it was great to just be a fly on the wall and to listen how these young brothers, and to listen to the concerns of these young brothers and the things that go through their mind, and just to be inside the room that day with you brothers was, for me, eye-opening, because a lot of times we like to act and think that it's all good. These young kids, all they're thinking about is iPhones and PlayStations, and no, these brothers was like, hey, nah, where's the work at? There's no work in my community. These big companies are not in the hood. They're not that good. I'm listening, I'm like, oh my God, them sharp young brothers. I think I told you even after we sat down in the room, the young brothers like, man, this is deep. These young brothers really their mind on straight. They head on straight. They're dealing with real life issues. And man, that affected me just, positively, to be in the room and just kind of soak up the concerns and to watch, how sensitive the mayor was about really listening. Because again, it's not often, the leader of the city stops what he's doing to sit down and listen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I thought that was
right. That's part of the major problem, Brother Kiati. We're not listening. We're talking, but we're not listening. And the best way to know how to serve somebody is to first and foremost sit down and listen to them. They'll tell you what they need if you would just listen. You know, we come from an era where they say a child is supposed to be seen and not heard. Or you say to your children, do what I say, but not what I do. I mean, that might sound poetic, but at the end of the day, a good example is the best sermon. And man, going back to what you're saying about these teenage boys, even in the arena where a lot of people are trying to help Black boys, I'm hearing more and more, hey, Brother Deric, I'm going after these ones that are in elementary school. Or I might, go after the college age, young brother and mentor him. But these 15, 16-year-olds, they already gone, bro. You can't tell them nothing, man. Like, there's a population that have written off teenage Black boys because they feel that there's no hope for them. And not only is that a wrong approach, what you're doing is you're sacrificing our entire future. And that's because somebody has programmed you to believe that the fruit that we produce from the tree in our community all of a sudden has become rotten. If they're a lost generation, well, hell, who in the hell lost them? If they're a lost generation, if they are at-risk teens, who put them at risk? What put them at risk? And I think that it's a fundamental disrespect and lack of faith in God to say that we're going to throw away a generation as powerful as these young brothers, So my focus is on those that everybody is trying to throw away. My focus is on those who people have already counted out and written off. And, the Bible teaches about that one lost sheep. The shepherd, he made sure that the 99 sheep that were already in camp, he made sure they were secure, and he went after that one. So if you got a nephew that it seemed like y'all can't do nothing with him, if you got a son that it just seems that he just can't stay out of trouble, if you have a young boy in your life who may be searching for a mentor or a father figure and is hurting and does not know how to process that pain or to express that pain, log into the Smarten Up Black Male Summit this Saturday. You can register at www.blackmalesummit.eventbrite.com. It's important that you register, because if you register, then we can keep up with you and you can keep up with us where all of the future events are concerned. But we're looking to speak to that knucklehead. We got a list of presenters and real strong brothers, you included, that's going to speak to the mind and the heart of that particular population. And we think we got something for them, Brother Kiati.
I think it's dope. You said something that I thought was it sounded funny, but the sad part is that it's not. If you pull up their minds, their pants will follow.
Yeah.
Sounds funny, right? If we pull up their minds, their pants will follow. Brother Deric, I was in the store, and man, I was at HEB, brother, and I'm walking down the aisle, and I see two fathers. These are not two young 15, 16. I see two fathers, Brother Royce. I said Brother Royce, Brother Deric. Listen, all I seen was booty rocking everywhere. I'm talking about boys, big sagging and dragging, and I was just, they really was sagging so hard, I had to look and check myself. I said, let me make sure my pants up, because this is uncomfortable for me. And it's grown, and they dude turn around and check his kid. He was a stiff father. Hit me with that one more time, and I'm gonna knock you out over here by these cereals. I'm like, oh, okay, he is grown. You know what I'm saying? I thought maybe he just had a beard. Okay. Brother was grown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, bro, it's uncomfortable for me
Mm-hmm.
to see these young brothers walking around this thing, and now not even being fun. These older brothers, man, booty all out in the store, man. So when I saw that, I thought that was funny because again, it wasn't about the age. This was a grown men.
Right. People have to understand that the phenomenon and the trend of sagging started back in the 90s, early 2000s. And a lot of the brothers who were teenagers back then, they pushing 40 years old right now. And some of them really out of habit, unfortunately, still wear their pants that way because it's programming. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I say if we pull up their minds, their pants will follow, that was my response to us having 3-4 hour long conversations about how these boys need to pull their pants up. Of course, they need to pull their pants up, and we need to continue to encourage that because that's not the way you go to a job interview. That's not the way to go if you're going to sit down to, at a business meeting. You don't pull up with your pants sagging. You pull up with your pants sagging, the meeting is already over before you come in. So we want to teach brothers how to present themselves intelligently so that they can do the big things in life that they got already in their head. You can't have a big vision and at the same time present yourself in an unintelligent fashion. So when I say if we pull up their minds, their pants will follow. If you see a 16-year-old standing on the corner and he got his pants hanging off his behind, he got tattoos on his neck, he got tattoos on his face. I mean, he's just wearing the whole uniform. If you look at his exterior, if you look at the uniform and you allow the uniform to deter you from speaking a word of encouragement to him, it's a game of inches out here. Right. That time that you pass him by because of the way that he looks could be life or death for him. But, sometimes what these youngsters do, they'll put on the uniform, but the uniform is just a test to see whether or not you care about me enough to look past the tattoos on my face to say to me what God has put on your heart to say to me anyway. So what I'm saying is, don't worry so much about how they look. If we can impact how they think, then how they think will impact how they look. And I think that's what we need to be most focused on.
It is crazy to me, that as a community and as a people, it's almost like that young group is the group that we're willing to sacrifice. So many times whenever even, and I'm frontline, we out here. And brothers will be quick to be like, man, these young kids don't listen to nobody, man. These rules ain't the same as they used to be back when we was growing up. We used to have respect for women and children. Right. Man, there is an initiative right now that you have going that I fully 1000% support, and I wanted to sit down and talk about it before I really come on, because I know one thing about the people that wake up with me every morning. They not used to regular, like they don't care about the regular standard way things. Right. They understand that vision is important, and they understand that stepping out on faith is important. So there is an initiative you have going right now to address. We talked about the story yesterday. I think they said something like 10 murders over the weekend or something all across the city. And when we talked about it yesterday, I was like, well, I don't know if this was random stuff or, because when they say 10 murders, we don't know if somebody was breaking in a house, or we don't know if they were saying, yo, it's 10 random people just got shot at random times around the city and whatever. So when I talked about it, I said, yo, that sounds like a terrible 11. Thank you, Alicia. 11 people got shot over the weekend in a 24-hour span. I believe that was the story. So what is the initiative you have going to kind of address some of this violence out here?
The initiative that we are putting together and is building steam is called the Is It Worth It campaign. The Is It Worth It campaign. And it's what we call an impulse control campaign. Our brother Slim Thug came up with this idea that instead of just, telling the young brothers and sisters to stop the violence, we got to come up with creative ways to make them see the consequences of their actions before they pull that trigger, or before they make that move, or before they take that penitentiary chance that could cost them the rest of their life. And it started with a Zoom call with myself, Slim Thug, Paul Wall, Bun B, the mayor who called, the call, and brother Toby. And we were just trying to come up with ways to stop the violence.
Right.
Last year, the city of Houston reached a pinnacle number of 400 murders, which is a number that we had not reached in, I think, 30 years, 25, 30 years. And that was just unacceptable, bro. That's just unacceptable. And so I talked to Slim Thug later that day, and I'm like, bro, what can we call it? What can we do? We need some ideas. And he came up with this idea the next day about the Is It Worth It campaign. And this was his logic. His logic is this. If one of these youngsters is having a bad day, can't feed his family, and you decide you're gonna go and rob a convenience store, well, okay, everybody's using debit cards and credit cards. Now, we're literally entering into a cashless society. So even if you rob that convenience store, there may be $300 in the register. Maybe. And if you rob it with a pistol, because you're going to rob it with a pistol, you're not going to rob it with a number 2 pencil.
Right.
Well, in the state of Texas, that carries a sentence of 5 to 99 years. 5 to 99 years. Okay. 5 to 99. Now you decided that you're going to fight the case. Well, that lawyer going to cost you $15,000.
Right.
The fine for aggravated robbery is a minimum 10 racks. That's $10,000. And God forbid you get jail time. If you do 2-3 years on an armed robbery, then the money that you could have been making working at McDonald's would have put you at 6 figures in 2-3 years. But I'm saying you're doing all of this for $300. See, it's a crash dummy move. And hopefully, if we can get these youngsters to see this before they do these things, then maybe, just maybe, it'll make them, you know what, man? One thing I learned, Kiati, and this is why we named the Black Male Summit Smarten Up. It's because nobody wants to be made to feel like they're dumb.
Right.
And what we're trying to get these young brothers and sisters to see is the moves that you're making, you're only becoming food for the belly of the beast. That's all you're doing. Because there might be a pandemic worldwide, but ain't no pandemic in the penitentiary. Things are going as usual, okay? Yep. The judges are still handing out football numbers every single day. They're just doing it live via Zoom instead of doing it face to face. And, my message to the young teenagers out there, your mother might see you as her baby boy, and you can go out and make little mistakes, and your mama can come and rescue you every time. But you're going to make that one mistake that your mama can't rescue you from.
Yeah.
And when you stand before that judge don't see you as no baby boy. I don't care if you're 15 years old. The judge don't see you as a baby boy. The judge sees you as a grown man.
Yep.
And when little boys commit grown man crimes, little boys do grown man time.
Yep.
And so what we're trying to do is shake you, wake you up. We're on the AM wake up show, right, bro? We trying to shake you and wake you up before you make that mistake and say, listen, man, God gave you a gift. God gave you a gift. And you need to be using that gift to build something constructively,
Right.
not to do things destructively. And and let me say this, bro. Anybody listening is a listener to the AM Wake Up Show, you have some idea of what Brother Kiadi has gone through over the past few months, right? And I feel like, and we had this conversation offline, bro, but I'm gonna say it publicly. You know, many years in the radio business, reached the top of the food chain in the Houston market. Decided, you know what? I think it's time for me to make certain that the gift that God gave me, which I've taken the time to sharpen, I think I know what I'm worth. I think I know what I'm worth. And when that particular entity that you work for disagreed with you, obviously, I wasn't in the room. I just know a disagreement took place.
Yeah.
It wasn't nasty. It wasn't acrimonious, as they say. It wasn't like a divorce settlement.
Right.
My brother just went off and he just did his own thing that he now owns.
Yeah.
And it takes faith, bro, to do that. I put that on Instagram this morning. Like your desire to walk on water has to be greater than your fear of sinking. And I'm checking into the AM Wake Up Show, bro. If not every morning, few times a week, and I'm seeing my brother use his gift and his talent to walk on water. He ain't robbing nobody to do it. He not clout chasing to do it.
Yeah.
He ain't got to put down the next man in order to lift up and build up the AM Wake Up Show.
Yeah.
He just working. You're just working your gift, bro. Just work your gift. And if I could get my young brothers just to see that, bro, work your gift. And if you work your gift, you don't have to be jealous of any man. If you work your gift.
Facts.
And so that's what the Is It Worth It campaign is all about. We're going to be pushing that all year long. So I can't wait to get your Is It Worth It hoodie to you, Brother Kiadi. And I can't wait for you to do your Is It Worth It video so we can push it, and reach this young generation.
Yeah, man. You know, I think, a part of a lot of us like to say we woke, but you got to remember that, again, a lot of this is set up on the guys that, hey, we're going to rehabilitate. I don't know if y'all know this or not. I don't know many brothers that go to TDC and come out rehabilitated. I know it sounds like magical, great idea, right? I know it sounds like, hey, you do something against humanity. We're going to put you inside of this box. We're going to rehabilitate you and make you a contributing member of society, right? And so that sounds amazing until you look at the fact that first, whenever I'm inside this box, it's no rehabilitation, brother. It's some real live slave mentality going on. And then when I get out, you haven't even made the path for me to get back integrated into society an easy one, because now I have something on my record. So when I'm trying to go get a job to rehabilitate and to get myself immersed back into society, oh no, you been in jail for what? Oh no, we can't come up in here. Oh no, coming over here now. So again, now my options, again, my mentality has not been fixed. Whenever they locked me up, but they never addressed the mentality that got me in there in the first place. Now my mentality kicks in. All right, I'm finna go take something. Y'all don't want to give it to me? All right, cool. I'm gonna go take it. And we never teach our young brothers to take what's important, to take the knowledge, to take the information. That's not what we've trained them to go take. Hey man, there's another way to do it, man. You want to make 6 figures and you're upset that you didn't make it in the basketball arena, in the football arena. You can go and learn coding and you still can make you 6 figures a year. We're not giving them enough alternatives and enough viable options for them to understand the underground, because again, y'all, I say this all the time. Good morning, baby Jay. Ladies and gentlemen, my daughter's checking this morning. Good morning, Jay. We don't give them enough options, man. And it seems like the only people that they see as examples happen to be the trap stars and the rappers. You know what I'm saying? Right. So for them, their viable options are the trap stars and the rappers because that's who they study. We need more of our lawyers, more of our doctors, more of our dentists back in the hood, right? Hey, y'all, it's another way to do this. You want to live nice? You can live nice and not do that. But here's the sad part of the problem. Whenever we do have our doctors and our attorneys and, you know, our dentists and other people like that try to show love and come back to the hood, we want to rob them. We're like, oh, no, they here. That mentality kick in, that negative. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Oh, they back? Okay. No, and now our minds for a lot of these young brothers. So again, it's the mentality. It's the way they think. It's the options that we give them. We've got to give them more viable options they can wrap their minds around. We've got to universally, and I know this sounds backwards, right? To a lot of people that's watching this show right now, this is gonna sound weird. Shout out to people on Instagram. Again, if you want to watch the full show, click the link in my Instagram bio, click AM Wake Up Show. You can join me and Deric Muhammed right now, live on Facebook and YouTube. We're streaming them both. So even if you have YouTube, let's say you don't have Facebook, search Hardbody Kiati. You can watch the full layout of the show. You can get the email on the bottom that you can register for this free virtual event that's going down this weekend. Do not miss the information. Shout out to everybody that's still commenting, tuning in. My bad, y'all. IG done got stuck on me. Oh, it's a bunch of comments. How y'all doing? All right, cool. There we go. So again, we've got to do something about the options that we're giving these young brothers, man, because we cannot lose these young brothers on the note that, well, they just feel like they ain't have no options. Why? Why don't they feel like they have options? That's on us, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like I had a meeting at church yesterday, and I told them, you know, and I'm sharing this with you guys because for me, I need y'all to understand that there's a reason why I feel the way I feel. A lot of times we look at churches, guys, right? Let's not just leave it at churches. We look at government too, to a certain extent, right? And a lot of us are unengaged because at the end of the day, they don't do a good job of pulling us into the democratic process. They don't make it feel like, you know, our voices count, our vote counts. So a lot of us, when it comes down to voting and being involved in politics and knowing who the attorney general is and the district attorney and things like that, because again, I know a lot of time we're mad at the police, but the district attorney stops a lot of things, y'all. Like a lot of time you be mad whenever these police get away based on qualified immunity and some of these other terms that they like to throw around and use, and you're mad at them. Well, it's somebody that has to bring charges, y'all. Again, and it's not the police. They're not bringing charges on themselves. I know in y'all mind, y'all think, man, go. No. Yes. Yes, you can say something, son. I want to say this. Oh, you want to tell me something? Right. We gonna do that whenever Mommy and Parker. We'll do that tomorrow because we can't do that without Parker and Mommy. They'll be mad. Okay. We were sitting down talking about the show, and Dylan, we got something we was gonna do as a family. Dylan ready to rock right now. I said, "No, you can't do Mama like that. Don't do that, son. It's Valentine week. Daddy trying to be all right out here. Don't do that. Don't jump the gun." So Dylan, with you being 8 years old, right, and you listening to me and Brother Deric talk, it's almost, you know, a lot of time whenever I have these conversations, even at a young age, y'all, I like to let my son sit with me because for me, I think it's important that they start hearing these conversations now. I feel like, again, for me to sugarcoat and do things like that would be a disservice to my son because the world is not sugarcoating. Whenever your kids leave out of that door and they get to wherever they're going, or I'm tripping, leave out the door. And whenever they get on TikTok and swipe, whenever they get on Roblox, whenever they get on all that, whenever you're having the conversation in the car, guys, these kids are listening and learning. You don't have to sit down in the classroom to teach them nothing. All he doing is looking and listening and learning and watching how. Man, me and my wife have a disagreement. We have it right in front of my kids. Some of y'all like, oh, you tripping. No, I never disrespect my wife. I never scream. I never raise my hand because I need to teach him that as a young brother. Hey, man, you can disagree, but you got to build your communication skills, not your physical skills.
Beautiful.
Not your let me holler and scream louder than you skills. That's not what we teaching. We teaching, hey, everything is not always great and happy and you riding around smiling. Even when you don't agree, you've got to build up your communication skill because it's so many of us that get lost for lack of communication. They don't teach communication in school. They teach you how to read. They teach you how to count. They don't teach you how to communicate. They don't teach you about finances. Again, they teach you how to read. They don't teach you how to communicate. They teach you how to count and add and subtract. They don't teach you finances and credit. Those are not the things that they're teaching in school, right? And these are two of the biggest things that affect us, our people, and our legacy, our families moving forward. So guess what, y'all? It's not on them to teach. It's on us to teach them that. It's on us, man. I'm not lying to y'all, man. I got to the point for me, I didn't start learning about credit. This is God honest truth, man. As a successful media personality in my city, I did not start learning about credit until I got 30, man. I went to the dealership, pocket full of cash, miseducated, man. Learning from my counterparts that knew less than I did. I'm riding around pocket full of money. Get inside the Jeep store and say, "Hey, brother, I came for my Jeep today." The brother say,
"Ready to cash out, ready to cash out."
The brother say, "Well, you know this, sir. This Jeep is it's in the mid-30s." I said, "Well, I only got 25, brother. That's all I got today, brother. Y'all gonna have to figure this out for me. I'm in there trying to negotiate like we at the flea market, brother. Deric, this the truth. This is the truth. I'm in the man like we at the flea. No, well, brother, y'all got to make this work. They told me if you bring the cash, y'all gonna make it last for me. I need you to make it fast. I'm talking to the man crazy. The black finance manager looked at me like this. Shook his head. He said, Kiati. I said, brother, no, we in the industry, brother. I heard cash is better than all that. That's what y'all say. I hear it in rap songs every day. I'm cashing out. Hey, I came to cash out today, brother. He said, man, come in this office, man. I came in the office. The man closed the door. He said, hey, listen, man. Real life don't work like that, brother. What is your credit like? I said, brother, I'm a cash type, brother. I'm laughing and joking, y'all. I'm a cash type, brother. Brother, don't play with me like that, brother. Big radio boss. You know what's going on over here, sir. #1 night show, 10 years in a row, sir. It's big. Now, kind of. He said, idiot. I said, excuse me? He said, idiot, man. He said, brother, nothing in life revolves around cash, man. That's how they keep you lost, man. As much as I would like to tell you, hey, brother, the cash is great, the cash is good. It is to a certain extent, brother. But there's also another side, and that's where you're losing that, brother. You don't have any credit built up. You don't have established credit. And I was like, well, why do I need established credit if I have cash? He said, because that's how the system keep us out. I had to look, man. Excuse me? No, brother, I thought we supposed to be out the system, brother. We got to stay outside of the system, brother. I'm a ghost out here. He said, and that's the problem. Almost 30 years of my life gone. Had no clue about, okay, man, you might want to build up this credit score because whenever you go to buy a home and home ownership is important, these are the things that they're looking at. Whenever you're trying to secure things for your family, sir, everything you do can't be cash. You've got to have certain lines of credit and all that. You know, even buying a home, man, y'all, there's so many things that they set up for us to lose that we don't teach our young brothers, man. Buying a home, these people told me, oh no, no, there can't be any adverse movement in your account for the next 6 months, sir. Everything has got to be. I'm like, well, no, because you know, they're like, no. The lady, actually, Uncle Funky, his wife helped walk me through the process. Like, no, you can't. No, don't you put no club money in that, and people gonna ask where that came from, and you've got to explain where that club money came from. And if you're not writing that down on them, and I was like, oh my God, it's like the fun police have killed the party. I was mad. I'm like, why do I have to do all this, right? But again, it's so many of us that lose for lack of knowledge, for lack of information. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the Bible says it like this. The Bible says, how can they know unless they have a teacher? And it's interesting how that one encounter at the dealership was really all you needed. Yeah. Brother gave you the game. You wanted it bad enough. You took it and ran with it, and now you're passing it on just based on that one encounter. Now, what if that young brother would have looked at you and said, "Oh, I know who this kid is. This the kid that I hear on the radio all the time. He walking in here with his Jordans on. He talking loud. You know, he got his beard down to half his chest. He ain't gonna listen to me.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna listen to me."
That's good.
And decided to keep his knowledge to himself and let you go on and make the financial mistake that you were about to make. And that in and of itself is just proof.
That's good.
You can't never pass up an opportunity to shed light. Never. You would be surprised. You might see one of these brothers in the middle of the grocery store.
Yeah.
And, you know, you might say to him, "Hey, bro, can I talk to you real quick?" Like, yeah. "Hey, man, you might want to, you know, grab your son by the hand. I don't want him to hurt himself, you know, running around the store like that."
Yeah.
He might be a new dad and don't know how to be a dad because he didn't have a dad. He might look at you and say, "Thank you," and just blow your mind because that's what he needed. Or he might not respond at all. He might thank you later in his mind.
Yeah.
It's all about the approach. I remember, bro, a year ago, maybe it was more than a year ago, I went to court with a family who was going to a court hearing for the guy that killed their loved one. And I'm in the hallway and I'm watching this youngster going in and out of court, this criminal court now, okay? They in here handing out time. And I watched this young brother. He had on his church shoes. He had his slacks on. He had his button-up shirt, but his pants were sagging off his behind so far that you could see all his underwear. He going before the judge like this. He going before the judge like this. And I'm like, oh my God. He don't understand that walking into a courtroom with his underwear showing, it might be the difference between him receiving 3 years and 6 years. Like that's how serious it is. And I had to pull him to the side. "Hey, young brother, come here. Let me talk to you." Whoa, let me talk to you. Yeah. Pulled him to the side. I spoke with him, you know, real respectfully. He just did this, and then he walked off. Then I saw his dad get off the elevator. His dad, you could tell, young brother too, maybe in his mid-30s. He wasn't sagging as hard, but he's sagging too. So his dad went over and talked to the son and was like, "What was that dude talking to me? What did he say to you?" And then when he told him what I said, both of them started pulling their pants up. Both of them started pulling their pants up. So we can never pass up an opportunity to shed light when we can. And listen, it's not your job to make them listen.
Right.
That's don't worry about that part.
Right.
You know, it's your job to plant the seed.
Right.
And if what you're saying to them is the truth, they're gonna run back into it.
Yeah.
If it's the truth. So I just want to highlight that particular part of the story you was telling. Because you could change somebody's life just in one encounter.
Man, that's good. That's deep. That's real. I never thought about that. Had I not took the information and really been like, all right, cool. I know, man, I think I went and the next day I think I was at cons or something. You know, the brother was like, you know, you can go to cons and they report to the, you know, that's another, you go try to get credit. Some of the people don't even report. So you think you're building your credit, but they're not reporting. So again, for you, then you have to get out there and really get credit from somebody that reports to all three of the bureaus or whatever. So man, it's a lot of, you know, good game. And I'm glad the brother shared that with me. And he didn't just go off of, you know, how I look or what it seemed like, you know. I know a lot of time, another key part of the story, how you talk to these young brothers, y'all. Because a lot of time you come at people sideways because they're young and you feel your age gives you some kind of seniority or authority. Sometimes you end up on the wrong side of that conversation because, again, you are already dealing with people who have not had the same level of upbringing as some of you. They got a term they use in church called God's still working on me. Y'all dealing with these young brothers, you've got to go into it with the mind state that God is still working on them.
Right. Correct.
So you can't
I mentor 14 and 15-year-olds, bro, and I could write 10 books just based on the things that I learned from them. 14 and 15-year-olds. They teach me. I'll say they teach me as much as I teach them. They will probably argue with that.
Right.
But I'm constantly listening and learning from them. So that's another thing that we have to do as we get into our 30s, 40s, and 50s. Surround yourself with young people.
Yeah.
That's what keeps you young. That's what keeps the mind fresh.
Yeah.
That's how we keep our ear to the street to know how to reach this particular generation. There's something you said earlier, bro, that is not just a key, but it is the key. And that's when you talked about options.
Yeah.
Options, bro. When they see something different, then they'll want to be something different.
Yeah.
The problem is all that they are seeing, like you say, is the trap stars, the rap stars, and the crash dummies. You know, it's all about gang gang. When at the end of the day, you know, there's nothing wrong with having a brotherhood.
Right.
Where you all support one another, where you all protect one another, where you all have a code of ethics that you go by, where you organize yourselves to get things done. I feel like it's easier for us to redirect the activity of the gangs than for us to try to shut it down. I mean, if the priority of a Crip gang in the Houston neighborhood was centered on protecting the neighborhood, protecting young girls, protecting our women and our elders in our community, then, bro, we will have a protected community. We would have a protected community.
Absolutely.
And so if we can just get them to see what they could be doing,
right,
with all of that courage and that heart that they have. The problem is they have more access to guns than they have access to jobs.
Facts.
I'm gonna say that again because that might have went over somebody's head.
Facts.
Some of them have more access to assault rifles than they do to a job. And we have to flip that.
Yeah.
We have to keep the options in their faces and keep the guns, you know, away from them and out of reach and out of their faces. Because if they believe that this is the only thing that I can do in order to feed my family, then that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
But they say that a mind that has came up with a new idea, once that new idea stretches the mind never returns to its original dimension. So separate one of them little young gangbangers and, you know, bring him into a private setting. And if you can get him to have a meal with you and sit down and listen to you, if you can penetrate his mind, I promise it'll never ever be the same if you speak to him from the heart. But we have to be about the business of creating options and opportunities for them. So it's not just about us telling them what they can't do.
Right.
It's about us telling them what they should be doing and then showing them how to do it.
Yeah.
So we gotta definitely create options and make certain that they see that there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Man, that's deep, man. They got more access to Dracos than department stores. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Draco, but where to get a job? I don't know where to get one.
And one of them said this to me, bro. You know, brother Deric, I'm not finna let you or nobody else stop me from feeding my family. I say, okay, all right, I hear you on that. I say, but that chain that you got on your neck, your baby can't eat that. The sneakers you got on your feet, the Balenciagas, what they cost you like 2 racks, your baby can't eat that, bro. That vehicle, the car, that foreign that you just went and dropped $60K on, your baby can't eat that. So you can't tell me that this is all about you feeding your baby. What's really going on here?
Yeah.
What's really going on is that the most addictive drug out here right now, it's not marijuana, it's not kush, it's not this heroin, it's not these pills. The most addictive drug out here is fame. Attention.
Absolutely.
That's the most addictive drug. And what'll happen is it'll hypnotize you to the point to where you'll be out here taking penitentiary chances just to get attention. And you don't realize it until the judge tells you 99 years with no possibility of parole.
Ooh.
It's not until then that you realize that it was not worth it. It was not worth it. So my thing is this: stop chasing attention out here. If you master your craft, come on, brother Kiati. Come on, AM Wake Up Show. If you master your craft,
yeah,
then you don't have to chase attention. Attention will be chasing you. You'll be running from it.
Come on.
You'll be running from the attention if you just master your craft. But some of our young people, they're so hypnotized. They're so hypnotized by the lives of Lil Durk.
Yeah.
Whatever Lil Baby's doing, that's what they want to do. That's, and sometimes you can become so hypnotized by somebody else's greatness that you start to neglect your own. You understand what I'm saying? Lil Baby has worked his gift. He's mastering his craft. He's made a way for himself being Lil Baby.
Right.
You can do the same thing, but don't try to be like nobody else.
Man.
Be yourself. See, the best way to build a brand is to live it. If you live the brand, then the brand just builds itself. You don't have to pretend to be somebody else. So, celebrity worship is something that we really, really got to, talk about, because they keep putting all of these different people with the trinkets and the trophies in your face, and you feel like you got to take a shortcut to get that same car that Lil Baby got. But at the end of the day, the rabbit might run faster, but the turtle lives longer.
Absolutely.
So take your time getting there.
Man, I seen
and
a
you'll
video
stay there longer.
Online yesterday, and I must be getting old out here, brother Dick. Let me tell you what I seen. I said, I think I'm getting old. I saw a video online. It was the baby, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, all in the jewelry store, right? And and of course, I know the jewelry store put this out to promote, their product, the jewelry or whatever. And in my mind, the first thing I thought, and this is why I say I'm getting old, the first thing I thought was, man, wouldn't it be powerful if they were meeting to buy real estate and not jewelry? Woo! If the same 3 brothers were getting together and showed the same video, but instead of buying the jewelry, they were meeting up to buy a condo, apartment complex. Wow. And like, yo, boom. Now you have other young people that are watching them brothers like, oh, so that's what we doing? We meeting up to buy real estate? Oh, that's what we doing. We buying the block. We buying buildings. Just the images that they put out, man, that make people. And I said, I must be getting old, man, because when I seen them, the first thing I thought was, man, terrible investment they making. If they would have did that exact same video and been outside of some apartment homes, see them cutting a ribbon on the apartment homes, like, we own this. We're buying the land. They're not making no more land, y'all. I don't know what you heard or what you think.
Right.
You can't make no more earth. Earth is the earth. That's it. You can't build no more. And in my mind, I was just like, man, this is crazy. That's where my mind is at now. How do we take and give these young brothers, again, the only option is the jewelry. The only option is the car. You know, the reason why I brought up coding, Brother Deric, is because I didn't know about coding like that. My daughter, she took 2 years of coding in her elementary school. It was something that they gave us as an option based on where I live. And I took advantage of that option. I'm talking to Brother Chameleon now. And he's having one of them days, you know. Chameleon, they have rich people problems, y'all. A lot of us don't have rich people problems. He having rich people problems this day, Brother Deric. He say, Kiati. He said, man, these people driving me crazy up here at Convos, which is an app that Chameleon owns. Again, if you guys have not checked out or downloaded Convos, CONVOZ, support us. And he said, man, I'm up here at the office. And it's this young white kid that does donuts out of my parking lot every day. I said, well, I said, what?
Wow.
He said, yeah, man. I pay this young kid all this money because he does coding. And literally every day at lunch, he jumps into this drop top BMW and hit donuts, pulling out the parking lot. The brother gone, right? And I was like, wait, how much you got to pay this dude? Comedian was like, Kiati, he probably making at least $200,000 a year, easy. I said, $200,000 a year?
Yeah, that's why you're doing donuts.
Listen. I said, wait a minute. So then I start thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, brother. Here goes the key. Wait a minute, brother. You got it to pay these people $200,000. Don't let that go over your head, what I just said. Now listen. I said, man, that's crazy. He said, Kiati, let me tell you. Anytime you have a chance to talk to these young kids, you've got to tell them to start putting these young black kids into coding opportunities, because what's going to happen is we're late on everything. Me as a
bro,
out here in the tech world, whenever they send me applicants, Kiati, they're not sending me young brothers. They're not sending me young sisters. They sending a whole bunch of white kids. I'm not mad at that, but in the company that I own, that I work for, if I'm sitting in a meeting and I tell somebody, hey man, should we do some stuff on the shade room? And then you got a room full of people like, what is the shade room? Who's that? What's going on? Now we're at a point to where you don't understand the culture that we're trying to tap into. Whereas if Kiati's son or Deric's kids or your kids or Keisha's kids or Erica's kids, they sit in the room, and now because they have a knowledge of our culture and we're talking, hey, well, yeah, I think we should put something on the shade room. Yeah, man, they popping. And they have this going on, that going on. I don't have to explain the culture to my people that are already in the culture, and now they have the knowledge.
That's so real.
Cam went as far as to say, man, Kiati, you know, we pay the people that send us people. I had to tell them, hey, man, I need you to start sending me people that look like me. I'm not spending no money. And this quiet stuff Chameleon would never tell you, but because of he understands the value of our people and the knowledge, and he understands I have a huge platform, he said, Kiati, this is the messaging, brother. If you go inside of a high school classroom right now, and there's 20 kids inside of that room, based on statistics, possibly, maybe one of those 20 kids can make it into the league. They might can make it into the rap industry or whatever. The other 19, their chances are not so good. Brother, if you go into that same classroom and tell them kids about coding and teach these kids that you can go get paid for learning the language that computers speak. For people that don't understand what coding is the language that you to the computers with. Okay, so
right.
we have 6, 7, 8 different languages that you learn how to speak to computers. Well, I don't know what coding is. Okay, when you go to that green light and they go from green to yellow to red, that's coding. Whenever you look inside of that iPhone,
Right.
the app pops up, that's coding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At the
Right.
end of the day, if you go into that same classroom and teach them kids how to code,
Right.
19 out of 20 of those kids can really have a career and go get into coding. So I say that to say, man, y'all, we've got to give them better options. We've got to show them more viable options. We've got to show them things that they really can do. Y'all, if your kid can make a video game on their phone or got your life or whatever they doing on Roblox, building their own world, they can code.
Right. 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 And coding is not something that's new to Black people and Black culture. You know, back in the day, during the period of slavery, you know, we don't like to say that our ancestors were slaves. We like to say that they were enslaved.
Correct.
They were enslaved. So when we were enslaved, and it was forbidden for us to learn to read, it was forbidden for us to gather in groups of more than 3. It was forbidden for us just to do basic normal things that indicated that we were human beings. We had to develop codes among ourselves, ways that we could communicate with ourselves that nobody understood but us. That's a code. And one of the most brilliant things that I learned is that our beautiful great grandmothers who were enslaved, they were masters of making quilts. And what they would do is they would pass quilts along to one another. And within the design of the quilt, they may have the actual route to freedom that they're passing along to another slave who wanted to, you know, plan a runaway slave revolt. So we communicated, listen, we communicated through quilts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that there is no kind of coding that we can't master.
Come on now.
And all we have to do is, if we can get these young brothers to build their confidence in coding, the way that some of them have built their confidence going into the woods shooting at Draco.
Yeah.
And make them to understand that the most powerful weapon that you can ever get your hand on is not that Draco, it's not that 9, it's not that AK-47, it's not that AR-15, it's not that M16. The most powerful weapon that you could ever get your hand on is the mind that God gave you. And with that mind, you can code, you know, anything, but it's just a matter of us building their confidence.
Absolutely.
In these things. And once that confidence is built, the God come out. And when the God comes out, it's over, bro.
Man, that's what they don't want. That's why they try to distract you with the trinkets and with the videos and with the cars and the booties everywhere, because they understand that if you ever get to the point to where you finally realize you're in a king, you're in a queen, how smart you are, how beautiful we are as a people, as a culture. Y'all don't ever get it twisted. I know it's Black History Month, but we've done way more than influence a month. Y'all gotta understand. We the juice. We make it cool. Like, you know,
come on, bro. Yeah,
nobody tells you, man, we are the juice. We will make it cool. And then after we make it cool, they take it and they exploit it. They take it and they take it and they benefit off of it. They let us make everything cool. Listen, y'all, please listen to what I'm telling y'all.
Man, Kiati, I'm looking at this Boston that these record labels are running on these young artists. I call it a Boston. Back in the day, the Boston Celtics was so good, and they beat so many people just with technical skill that whenever you just ran through somebody, we call it running a Boston, right?
Okay.
But I'm looking at how many of these rap artists are dying, and I saw the videos of you and the brother Mo 3, right?
Right.
I heard of Mo 3 because Mo 3 was a young artist who was interested in Islam.
Right.
And when young artists get interested in Islam, then their names start to kind of float around in our circles. But it wasn't until after he got killed that I started to listen to his music. And I'm like, you talk about a God-gifted, talented young brother. Woo!
Man.
Woo! And
Man.
I saw how he died, and it broke my heart. And I said to myself, you know, these young brothers with this rap talent coming out of the hood, they're following the formula. They get rich, they get famous, then they get killed. They get rich, they get famous, then they get killed. Like, in what other culture do you find a millionaire laying on the side of the road with a bullet to his head in broad daylight? A millionaire. I mean, look at what happened to Nipsey Hussle. Your brother's a multi-millionaire. Like, how does this happen? I mean, it's not an accident. It's by design. And what I notice is a lot of these record labels, like, they may have two artists that are gang affiliated in the same city, sign the artist, you give the artist a bag. With this bag, they can go buy the designer, they can go buy the jewelry, they can go, you know, buy the homes, but they can also go buy more guns. Okay. Then they get to rapping about how they didn't put a bag on this other rapper's head and his partner get killed and his partner get killed, and it never stops. But what I notice is a lot of these artists are signed to the same record label. And that's no different than how the international bankers will come in and they will fund both sides of the war. So it don't matter who win the war, the person who's funding both sides wins. That's what these labels are doing. They're funding both sides of a gang war, bro.
Yeah.
And the artist gets killed, who owns their masters? The record company.
Correct.
They already know a retaliation is coming. So when this artist gets killed by somebody on this side, who owns the masters? The record label. And even if the artist dies owning his own masters, the record label will find a way to come back and finesse it out of his family later on down the line.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, for us, the score is still 0-0. Ain't nobody winning but them.
Yeah.
And in the culture, you have the brothers in the hood trying to mimic what's going on with NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang and Lil Durk and the other brother out of Georgia. And I'm gonna say this too. You know, back in the day, if a rapper gets killed, it's usually investigated by local authorities. You know, when Biggie and Pop got killed, the feds didn't get involved, bro.
Yeah.
The feds didn't get involved. But who's on the ground in Atlanta investigating the death of King Von? The feds. Who's in Dallas investigating the death of Mo 3? The feds.
Right.
Who's got the other brother, Casanova 2 times? I think that's his name.
The feds.
He's up north in New York with a Fed case. Man, y'all got to think, brothers. Who's on the ground in Chicago investigating the killings in Chicago? The feds. Who gonna end up right here in Houston if we don't stop this madness? The feds. Now,
yeah.
Already, okay, they're already on the ground, more than likely.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. So what's happening is we got to the point to where we started mistaking being a gangster with being a man. And a lot of this just really come from the movies and just Italian culture. Like, OG's got to stop telling these young brothers you ain't about that life. Don't do that, bro. Don't tell him that.
Yeah.
Because when you tell him that he ain't about that life, now he about to go make a crash dummy move to try to prove to you that he is. And ain't nobody gonna win from that.
Yeah.
And so you say you want to be a gangster. And you say you mobbed up, so on and so forth. This is Italian culture. This is not black culture.
Right.
So how did they take down the mafia?
Or from the inside?
They definitely did it from the inside. Definitely. And what they did is they created a law called the RICO law. And what they did is they made being a mafia member a thing called organized crime.
Yep.
And they just start sweeping them mob members up with these RICO laws and made them go underground.
Yep.
And so it got to the point now where people, you know, to say that you were a member of the mob was almost like a crime.
Yep.
What I'm saying is they're going in the same direction with young black gangs.
They're there. No. They're there. Listen.
Okay.
Man, boy, this is like God is telling you to say that. Listen, let me tell you something. Come on now, truth traffic on these folks. Come on, truth traffic on these folks this morning. Listen.
Let's work. Yes, sir.
Listen, so here you go. Young brothers, listen, man. I want to educate y'all on something.
Come on with it, Key.
Do y'all not understand that this is moving to the point to where, man, they are literally about to start locking you up based on your gang affiliation. So many people have made it where it's normal and regular and this and that. Guys, they're starting to charge like, and again, there will be RICO cases because again, a lot of gangs to you're representing a gang that's in your neighborhood. To them, feds are involved and they're going to make this a national thing where, hey, this is going across state lines. You have Bloods and Crips over here, Bloods and Crips communicating with Bloods and Crips over here. And now they're about to start handing out RICO cases. And I don't know if y'all know, like we know, you cannot beat a RICO case. When they come into it, a RICO case, big fella, you may as well get comfortable and get ready to sit down and relax because there is no way, man. It's so hard to beat a RICO case, y'all. It's
nearly impossible.
Yeah, the mafia didn't beat them. Listen to what I'm telling y'all, man. This is real life. What the brother's telling y'all, and then you might say, "Well, Kiati, I'm not dumb. Yeah, you know, I'm repping my set, but I'm not really." Hey, brother, it's this thing called precedent, right? And it means that there's been someone that's locked up that they've had a chance to study. Kiati, I don't be wearing my gang colors. Yeah, but when you get on Instagram, right, and you type in your little captions and you putting two C's instead of a C and a K, that's an indication to these folks. So even though in your mind you think you're smarter than the system, y'all, no, man. Listen, everything that you do, you wonder why they have people like Casanova in jail now, or some of these other people in jail now based on their gang affiliations and this and that. Guys, it is a plot. It is a plan, man.
Yep.
A lot of people get in trouble on that internet, and everybody on the internet ain't showing you what they are doing, but based on this is how gang members talk.
Right.
This is how gang members write.
And what they think is this. Well, what I put on my Instagram page, first of all, that's not your Instagram page. That's Instagram's, that's Instagram's Instagram page.
1,000%.
That's Facebook's Facebook page.
1,000%.
That's Twitter's Twitter page. There's nothing that you can put on there. Even if you erase it, it's still up there and the government has access to it. Okay. Yep. It's not about if they'll bring it up in court. It's about when they'll bring it up in court.
Yep.
So even if you decided that you want to affiliate yourself with a street organization in your neighborhood, you know, Brother Deric, I grew up in South Central LA, and you know, I was raised Crip. My daddy was a Crip. My grandfather was a Crip. I'm going Crip. Okay. If you've already made up in your mind that you're gonna be true blue, then it's about how you Crip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it like that. You don't have to be destructive in your cripping. Use your influence as a so-called Crip to bring people together, not create beefs that take lives, right? Yeah. Use your influence as a Crip to talk some sense into the younger generation that you might have influence over, because at the end of the day, we're all going to be held accountable by God for how we use our influence.
1,000%.
Yes. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, even if you just decided this is what I'm going to do right now.
Yeah.
It is not wise for you to broadcast, promote, brag about that, and brand yourself as that on social media. That is not wise. Because listen, the number one detective in the United States of America is the internet. That's the
What?
number one detective. I mean,
Come on now. They just got all the people from the Capitol riots. They what? They every
bruh, 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 bruh.
it
So you
backfired.
mean right? So you mean to tell me that you done picked up your cell phone and you done went live? You know, talking about who head you put a bag on. You know, talking about who you got beef with, you know, who you into it with, you know, who is gonna be
Explain,
on site if you sit, who you about to
explain
pull
the
up on.
whole beef. Explain
Yeah,
everything. Why?
drop your address. Say, bro. Now, when that turns into bloodshed,
Mm-hmm.
brother, the police department, they ain't even gotta send no 6-figure salary detective out to the murder scene. All they gotta do is log on to Twitter. And you talk about a no snitch campaign. Most of these young brothers snitch on themselves.
Come on, man. Every day.
All day.
Day.
So I'm just saying this. Social media is nothing but one big police message board. That's all it is.
1,000%.
That's all it is. And if you have branded yourself as a gang member, trust me, you on the list already.
Yep.
And the time is fast approaching where it will be a federal crime.
Yes.
To even say that you are a member of a gang.
It's coming. I tell y'all, man, if y'all look at me and where, you know, God has allowed me to be, and you look at where we started at, man, there's certain things I learned from gangs that I feel like you can't learn from nobody else in the world. You learn loyalty, you learn command, you learn there are consequences for negative things that you do outside of the lines. You learn a lot, right? But there are certain things that I feel like people skip. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things that are off limits. And it's just like, man, some of the main codes that you are supposed to be in touch with as a gang member, right? You violate the natural order when you do things like tell on yourself. There used to be songs talking about, hey, I'm gonna ride by myself because I ain't gonna tell on myself, right?
Bruh.
Like it's like certain like regular codes, like, hey man, at the end of the day, we don't give people the bullets to shoot us, right? Like who does that? And every day you jump online with the bragging about what you did and who did it, or hey man, I'm outside your video. Hey y'all, brother Deric is not lying. Do y'all understand that every law enforcement entity in the world has a social media department?
Right.
Whenever you sign up for these accounts, you don't read the small writing. Everybody just wants followers. You don't read in the small writing that whenever you sign up, these pictures don't belong to you anymore. These videos don't belong to you anymore. Again, brother Chameleon now. It's crazy how much game I've gotten from Chameleon now. He said that whenever he left MySpace, he was finna get ready to do something different. And he said he called Tom. Right? I'm like, you know Tom from MySpace? He was like, yeah, man, I called Tom. Like, yeah, hey Tom, listen, I have millions of followers on MySpace. I'm about to try to do something on my own. Can you give me the you know, just my listeners or my followers? Can you give me the information so I could, you know, reach it because they're my followers, right? Boom. He said they told him, no, fool, you don't own that. We own that. Why would we give you what we own, right?
Wow.
That's why for the longest time, Chameleon stayed off of social media because he understood from the aspect of business and information that, guys, you don't own this stuff. I tell young brothers all the time, and this will be over somebody's head, right? Brother Deric, this gonna hurt somebody, but I'm gonna tell them the truth anyway, because you know the truth is what set people free, right?
Yes, sir.
Do y'all understand why, for the majority of the time, people are not really worried about what you say you're gonna do, because you can't have a revolution using the tools of the oppressor. you don't, you don't own,
Speak it.
you don't own, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't
Right.
own this. So whenever you get on here and you have DMs and whenever you have private chats and you're talking about doing this and that, you can't use they oppression tools. They know what you do. There is no level of surprise. There is no, yeah, man. All right, everybody, get on Instagram at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna tell y'all what we're gonna do. You can't use the tools of the oppressor and be like, we finna break. It don't work like that. You don't own these things. The information is not yours. So whenever they're not worried about you doing no revolution, because at the end of the day, this they stuff. You have a revolution at your house with your black mama right now. Go have a revolution. Somebody go outside and say, Mama, I'm out. I'm taking this car. We out. She gonna say, boy, if you don't sit your stupid ass, your mama not playing like that, right? Because that's her car. She paid a note on it. You do anything to that car outside of her scope of knowledge, outside of her saying, yeah, it's okay for you to do that, there will be consequences because you did something that you did not own and you took it and tried to do something with it, and now you have consequences to pay. Yeah. So guys, until we get to the point to where, oh, here we go, full circle moment. Y'all get ready to catch it. Here you go, full circle moment. Until we get to the point to where we teach one of our young brothers and sisters coding, so that now they code and they have something that we own, that we use, that we have as a tool and as a resource and as a platform. Then you can start talking about moving the game forward, but not until we take and put one of these young bright minds into a position to where they understand, like, we need one of these. Okay, cool. And understand, I'm not talking about a black Instagram, black Facebook. That's what we always kill me at. Again, you can't take their name. That we don't know, you know what I'm saying? We need black Facebook. We need black Instagram. No, you don't.
No, right.
We need something that independently we own, we created. That's where you go and flourish. That's where you go give our people the information. That's where we set up and stage our call to actions and our other things. Because again, you can't get on something you don't own and start telling everybody like that. It don't work like that, man. That's not how this is set up. It's not set up for us to win using their tools. It don't go like that.
Right. So and what we have to understand is, yesterday I wrote something on Instagram that said, money is not the root of all evil. Greed is.
Right.
And the point that I was trying to get people to see is that we have to stop saying that money is the root of all evil. What I was telling someone is this: money is a tool. It's just a tool. How you use it determines whether it's good or bad, negative or positive, diabolical or divine. It's just about how you use the tool.
Right.
The same goes for these social media platforms. They're just tools.
Absolutely.
Like we're on one right now, but we're using it as a tool for good, understanding that we don't own it. So the point that I'm making is, you can set me beside somebody who builds houses, and you can give me the tractor, you can give me the concrete, you can give me the hammer, the nails, you can give me the crew, you can give me the contract, you can give me all of the tools that a construction engineer uses, but if I don't know how to use that tool, it don't matter. You get those same tools to someone who knows how to use it and they can build. That's the point that I'm making. These social media platforms have to be used as a tool to build, not as a tool to be foolish and for us to destroy one another and destroy ourselves.
Right.
So we got to stop using social media as a way to get attention. We got to start using social media, even though we don't own it. We can use it as a tool to build something that we do own.
Correct.
Shout out to the AM Wake Up Show. That went over somebody's head.
Come on now.
That went over somebody's head. Because who owns the AM Wake Up Show? I'm curious.
Oh, that's 100% black owned and operated, my brother. We're extremely
right. But what I'm saying is, this is an example of how you can use the tool that they own,
right,
to build something that you own. That's how we got to use social media, and we got to stop talking too much on social media. We got to stop what do you call it, and we got to stop incriminating ourselves
right.
on social media. Yep.
There we go. So everybody that's asking and trying to get the information, again. Now, brother Deric, is this a free event?
It's a free event. It's a free event. The only thing that is going to cost you is your time and attention. But I guarantee you that if you devote your time and if you pay close attention, you will walk away from this Saturday's Black Male Summit invigorated, inspired, encouraged, and most important, ready to go to work to take the next step to change your life and then help to change someone else's. So it's a free event. We want you to register at blackmalesummit.eventbrite.com. When you register, you put yourself on the mailing list for future events and future movements that we're going to be spearheading throughout 2021 and beyond. I am very happy. I am very happy. I'm very happy, and I feel blessed and privileged to be shoulder to shoulder with my brother Kiati. Man, thank you for the good energy that you put out into the airwaves and the atmosphere in our city and by way of the worldwide internet all over the world every morning on the AM Wake Up Show. Man, thank you for being consistent. Thank you for being an example of resilience. Thank you for being an example of a man of faith. And thank you, my brother, for showing the younger generation that you can be fly. You can be positive, and you don't have to be lame, you don't have to look lame doing it. You could be cool. You could be on top of everything that's cool in the culture, but you don't have to compromise your dignity. You don't have to compromise that, the God in you. Like, bro, thank you for being that example. And I want to just encourage you, bro, keep going, keep setting that example. People are watching when you think they're not. People are listening when you think they're asleep, and people are looking at the footsteps that you are laying down, and you making them big enough for others to step into. And I just want to encourage you, black man, to continue the fight, continue your movement, and we got your back 110%.
Man, I definitely appreciate that. The love and the support. There will be certain people, right? I just want to, encourage y'all this morning. I understand that there will be certain people that it may seem like to you, no matter what, you don't understand why, certain people act the way they act, or they operate the way that they operate. Again, Tammy, I see you. Tammy, Doreen said, please give us that info again.
Yes.
If you I'm gonna give it to you right now. If you watch or you go back and look at this on Facebook or YouTube, search Hard Body Kiati. The address is up: blackmalesummit.eventbrite.com.
Yes.
blackmalesummit.eventbrite.com. What I want to do before I say what I was gonna say, I want to challenge everybody right now. For me, guys, it's about how do we mobilize, right? A lot of time we have great ideas. How do we mobilize? If you're watching this right now, man, if you just suggest this to a young brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have a young son, a young nephew, a young neighbor that you care about, right? And you want them to have information that can save their life. A lot of times we don't give our kids the tools to survive. Listen, the tools they need to survive. I want you to imagine you're in a car and you're in the middle of the desert and your car breaks down. And you have to wait for the mechanic to get there in the middle of the desert. That could take forever. In real terms today, imagine if a cop pulls your son or your neighbor over, your little cousin over, and they need tools to help them think fast and survive. And they need real, raw, honest conversation on this is what this looks like. This is how that happens. If they are walking in the neighborhood and some young brother pull up on them with that stick and now they have to have a conversation, if there has to be real, raw, real conversation to get them out of that situation, you want them to have tools. You don't want them to have to wait for by the time the mechanic get there, they could be shot.
That's real. That's real.
Listen to what I'm telling y'all. This is real, because for a lot of people, if they don't feel like it affects their everyday life, they're not gonna move. So let me be sure you understand that this Black Male Summit affects your everyday life in one way or another.
Yeah.
I need you to really reach out and have somebody tap in. That's important. I saw a brother make a comment, because a lot of time whenever you try to do positive stuff, it'll be somebody that'll be on some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, ain't nothing in life free. This not free either. It's a free event, but if you want the benefits, you have to pay attention. Don't let that go over your head. It's not free. You're 1,000% right. But if you want the benefit and the blessing, if you want the tools that come with it, you have to pay attention. It's free. I'm glad you know that. So whenever you stop doing whatever you're doing, if you're willing to pay attention, that's all it's gonna cost you. A lot of time you'll be misled or led to the side or trying to do some cloud attention stuff because you're not willing to pay attention. Listen, this event is a free event. It's gonna cost you a little bit of time. It's gonna cost you getting off Instagram or turning the PlayStation 5 off. Yeah, it's gonna cost you a little bit of time. And it's gonna cost you some attention. But that's it. That's all it's gonna cost you. Now, are you willing to pay that? If that's the cost of admission, are you willing to stop what you're doing for an hour and a half to really sit down and soak up some information that can help you help somebody else? Because guys, there are people who need this information that may not be there, but if you're able to get the information, remember, these are your tools. So when you get into the conversation with the young brother or the young sister that need the help and the enlightenment, they weren't there, but you were there to get it. So now because you have the tools, their cars broke down, now you're the mechanic because you have the helpful information that will get their car back on the road again, that'll get that dream back restarted again. Don't let it go over your head, man. A lot of time you get sidetracked and distracted. That's not where we're going this morning. You might be the mechanic based on the information that you have because you stopped and got it. So now when the young brother come to you dealing with that real life situation, boom. Hey, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, brother. I see you got a flat tire. I'm gonna help you get the flat tire back on, but the next rim shop, you're gonna have to go at least 2 miles because this is just the spare tire, right? So I need you. Yeah, no. Now, yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna help you get the spare tire on, but now I need you to go over there and go follow brother Deric Muhammed, because again, I just got a little bit. I didn't have the full thing to help you change the tire and replace it with a new tire. You go tap in with brother Deric Muhammed and see what he got going on.
Yeah, I could patch you up.
Yeah.
You get to where you really need to go.
Listen, I don't know everything. Now I've been around 30 ways. What's going on? Good morning, brother. I've been around a little bit. I don't know a lot, but I do know. Man, I sat in on this Black Male Summit and got some great information that might help you as a young brother out here trying to deal with it. You a gangbanger? Cool. Man, you been in jail? Cool. Not an issue.
Yeah. Right.
You gotta understand, man, again, for me, it's not about the clout. It's not about none of that. People understand that the level of respect I get was never because of a platform. It was because of where my heart was at. People took me helping artists and told me, man, why are you helping these rappers? You tripping. These rappers they ain't got no money. They this and that. And what they didn't understand was that I serve a creator, right? I serve the real creator. I serve somebody that is a creator. So how can I not try to help create opportunities for these young brothers that are looking up to me and that understand that I have some information that can help them get where they're going? So for me, what they looked at as, man, you trying to help these rappers, man. These rappers don't care about you, this and that. Yeah, cool. But see, I'm a people person. And so what you looked at as a rapper, I looked at as a person. This is a young brother trying to break generational curses. This is a young brother out here trying to get out these streets. If I give him the information that helps him get out of the streets, then at the end of the day, it was never about the money. It was about breaking the generational curse. If the artists really understand, because again, same thing you said, Brother Deric, it's the respect. If we can respectfully talk and dialogue and build and you can get the information, then I'm in, brother. At any point, it gets to the point to where, man, hey, no, man, I ain't got to listen to bro, this and that. Cool. None of us going to pour into an empty cup. I'm going to give you the information, and maybe me giving you the information, you'll have an experience like I did. You'll get down the line and then somebody will, hey, you know, oh, man. I heard that somewhere before. I don't know where I heard it before, but because at least somebody said it to you once. Again, it's the repetition, y'all. It's the repetition. It's the club flyer, Brother Deric. It's the club.
Right. Keep it in their face.
You come out the club, hey, you want this? Man, nah, I don't want that. Boom, you look on the ground, the club fly everywhere. Get to your car, club fly stuck in your window, right? You on the phone the next day. What y'all doing next week? Man, it's this concert coming to town. Such and such coming to concert. You like, God dog, them flies worked on me. Dang.
Yeah, it's a campaign.
It's a campaign. You don't even understand that your positive effort that you gave somebody.
Yeah, bro.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
It's not the one. It's not the one time. Why you?
Let me say this,
people, brother. You gonna get it.
Yeah, man. Let me say this just to back up and bear witness to what you're saying, and this is very important, bro. You know, like being on Kiati's platform is a big deal. You know, hundreds of thousands into the millions of views and followers and whatnot. But this is something that Kiati worked hard to build. And for an up and coming artist who nobody really is paying attention to, for you to open up the door and say, "Come on in," is a big deal. That's a big deal. It's a big deal to me for you to even say that to me. And I know we brothers, but I'm just saying I'm still grateful and appreciative for you to say, "Come on in to my platform and let's talk about this Black Male Summit. You know, let's work together." But what we want to say to everybody that's listening, you don't have to have a platform as big as Kiati's to make a difference.
Absolutely.
You don't have to have a big platform. You don't have to have a big audience. You don't have to have a big voice to make a difference. So while we're having this conversation, I don't want you all listening to us to think that we're talking about something that me and Kiati got to do.
Yeah.
No, what we're doing is this is a call to action for you.
Absolutely.
To within your sphere of influence to encourage and inspire who it is that you can make contact with. So you don't need a big platform to do big work. You know, there are a lot of people that have big platforms, but they doing small work.
Yeah.
And there are some people who have a small platform, but they doing big work. You know, so we want to encourage everybody that even if you got a small platform, do big work. And we have to get back to the old African proverb. We got to make that old proverb new. And the proverb says, each one teach one. The real work is not done really in reaching 1 million people at one time.
Yeah.
The real work is done in reaching one person, one at a time. That time and attention that they're craving on Instagram and TikTok, you can give it to them in a one-on-one.
Yep.
So
thanks.
I'm saying to everybody listening to us, go and find you a one-on-one situation. It could be a Zoom call, it could be FaceTime. I know we social distancing. I want to encourage everybody to stay safe, wear your mask, and be wise. But everybody got what, like you say, Kiati, we got to mobilize. Everybody gotta try to reach and teach somebody.
Yeah.
And it don't have to be Instagrammed. The best things in life are what I call uninstagrammable.
Man, come
Those are the best things in life
on,
are uninstagrammable.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And so if you find a young person who's going astray and you have the capacity to reach them, man, invest some time. And that'd be the best thing you can do. But you don't need a big platform to do it.
Not at all, man. I invest in people, y'all. I understand. I know a lot of people invest in stock markets. They're on Robinhood every morning, right? I invest in people. This is my Robinhood. Hopefully, you know, I have a Tupac mentality. You know what I'm saying? I might not change the world, but man, if I can affect the mind of the young brother or sister that follows me or watches me and listens to me, and they change the world, my job is done. You know what I'm saying? For me, I 1000% understand that this positive family programming that you wake up to every morning when you watch me, I understand that for some people, they might not get it, man. It'll be years down the road. They'll be like, man, I just feel like Brother Deric, man, growing up, all the good shows was family shows. So I said, man, when it comes to the radio and media space, I don't see that. Let's create that. I want my kids to come get up and jump on with me in the morning. My wife, baby, come on, let's build this thing out for us. Let's show our kids what this hard work look like. Let's show them what sacrifice look like. Let's walk away from a 6-figure job and let's grind it out. And they're not gonna understand that. They're gonna be like, well, why you walk away from? You was making 6 figures. Yeah, but at the same time, do you understand ownership and do you understand value? Do you understand that if God gave you a vision, nobody is gonna see your vision, man? There's a difference between being early and being wrong. And for me, I'm early. You know what I'm saying? To some people, it seems like you're wrong. So you got to understand the difference between being wrong and being early. If God tell you to step out on faith, here we go to wrap it up for y'all that might have went over your head. When Noah started building that boat, a lot of people thought he was wrong.
Right.
When it started raining, people was like, "Oh, bro, early."
Yeah,
bro, he was early. Okay. I thought he was wrong.
Real.
Come
That's
on,
real.
nobody.
And a lot of people. I remember I was on a podcast with some rappers, and we were talking about positive music and how they say positive music doesn't sell, but it's not true. It's not true. You know, Lauryn Hill proved it. Kendrick Lamar's proving it. A lot of artists have proved that positive music can sell. The problem is the market would rather feed you the negativity to create the appetite for it. So it's harder to break through the negativity. For instance, you know, if you raise your child on beans and wieners, I mean, if you go and you try to feed your child some vegetables, you're gonna have a hard time because you've already created the appetite for something else. You feel me? And so Marvin Gaye Marvin Gaye wasn't no activist. You know, Marvin Gaye was the greatest artist of our time, in my humble opinion. I'm a big Marvin Gaye fan. Brother, just bad. He was talented.
Yeah.
But Marvin Gaye, he had a lot of demons. He had a lot of demons that he dealt with. But I'm saying all this to say, during the Vietnam War in the 70s, Marvin Gaye, he was so fed up with injustice, the same way we're fed up with it in the George Floyd era right now, that he decided to make an activist album called What's Going On. And it was the only time Marvin Gaye ever even was in activist mode and made an album, but it ended up becoming the best-selling album of his entire career over time. So the point that I'm making is a lie travels faster, but the truth travels forever. Negativity, it moves faster. So it might sell faster right now, you know, grabbing that Draco, you know, disrespecting women, whatever we rapping about, it might do well now. But over time, that positivity is going to outrun that negativity.
Absolutely.
And that's what the AM Wake Up Show is all about to me.
Yeah.
It's about putting that positivity out there that slowly but surely gonna outrun all of the negativity that's being spewed into this space. So,
Percent.
I want to tell you to stay the course, but since I already know you gonna do that anyway, I'm just gonna say we got your back.
Yeah. Hey, look, brother Derek, look, before we get out of here, I'm gonna give you this exclusive. I ain't told nobody.
Okay.
My AM, I've succumbed to the peer pressure from these bullies that watch this show, right? And my
Yes,
wife,
sir.
my wife is the lead bully. First, okay, let me just throw that out there. My wife is the lead bully. So this year, guys, y'all get ready, man. I'm gonna drop a project called Grown Man Music, right? And so on this project called Grown Man Music, it's basically going to be the cheat code to brothers that's out here trying to love on their wife and brothers that's trying to have successful families. And yeah, it's going to be real, just grown man music. Y'all, I'm sorry. I ain't killed nobody on the project. I know y'all, if it don't be, I know, if it don't have that certain level of, we done shot and killed everybody. I know y'all don't want to do that. Man, listen, we was in the studio last night, man. And I did, yeah, shout out brother Jesse Williams. We was in the studio last night, man, and I did this song. Um, and the song was so, I feel like for us as men, man, a lot of time we have problems admitting when we're wrong, and a lot of time we'll hurt a woman. And so I did this song, and I don't even know if bro sent it to me. Look, let me see if I got it. Cause I just want to hold it. Let me see. Did he send it?
Take your time. Take your time.
Y'all know y'all might get it. Y'all might get an exclusive this morning. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Is this it? Let me see. Okay, no, that ain't it. Y'all can't hear that. Wait a minute. That ain't ready yet. Hold up. Hold up. That ain't. Okay, that ain't it. Did he send it? Man, yeah, no, we did a song last night. So man, just so raw and just so real, especially on some emotions, like just me and stuff. But long story short, man, this album, Grown Man Music, is really be one of those albums that I feel like us as men and as women, especially those that are trying to be right and do the right thing, man, that it's going to make a lot of sense, and it's going to make us really, just kind of, and it's just some feel good music, man. We ain't did nothing. My wife talk about
We need that.
I'm trying to think. What did
we need that, bro. We need that. We need that.
Baby, which one? Look, my wife is going A&R the project. What's she at? Baby,
Yeah.
which song? Well, I got brother Deric on here. Which one?
Yeah, what I was saying to someone earlier is, we have a new administration in the White House, but there are certain things that as a people we need to just simply stay focused on. Some of those things are, first of all, Black people need to stay focused on Black people because we can't help nobody until we help ourselves. That's
True.
why I'm not ashamed that we call what we're doing on Saturday the Black Male Summit. Not ashamed of that. But we got to stay focused on ownership. We have to stay focused on being and remaining healthy. We have to stay focused on land acquisition. We have to stay focused on, creating alternatives where we can have good food to eat in our community, growing our own food. But one of the things that we really have to get focused and stay focused on is building family,
Fact.
because family is the cornerstone of wealth. And we have a crisis with Black families right now. So many of us are going through it, and so I also want to say thank you for the great example that you set as a family man, as a father, and as a husband. As Black men, we need to see that. You don't just do it, you do it with the drip, like I say. That's what I see Kiati at. Positivity with the drip.
With the
The
drip.
drip is there. Yeah, it's positivity with the drip, you know. But like my brother Steven Jackson, my brother Stack 5,
Yeah.
he's on a quest to make praying cool again.
Yeah.
Make praying cool. And I love that. I love that. And what I think you do is, you make being a family man cool again. And that's what we need. That's what we need as brothers.
I look at my wife, and you know, people look at the brand that we build, and you know, we put love the city, and it looks cool, right? But people don't understand that we legitimately love the city, and COVID and Corona and those other, you know, things that are going on have put a damper on it. But man, we still have to find ways to love the city. We still have to, and nobody understood. They thought it was just a clothing line, and you know, they see the Houston Versailles, y'all, and some of them, but that was just intro. They didn't understand. No, we have to love the city. How do we get out there and love on these young brothers? How do we get out there and love on these young sisters? A lot of time, you know, just when my wife and I talk, we be on some real family stuff like, baby, I'm not going to lose my daughters. I'm not going to lose my son. I'm not going to let the world tell me what's going to end up happening to them. We're going to love on them. And even when it gets hard, we're not shutting down, none of that. We're just going to keep on going and growing. And so, man, you know, just our friendship, man, I bottom of my heart, I thank you. A lot of times people don't understand you're only as strong as your circle. And I'm, man, blessed and honored to have you as a part of my circle when we'll call and talk. And, you know, even after I made the move I made, you know, we just kind of called and talked about it. You got it. You weren't one of the people that was like, man, why? You was like, no, I get it. Yeah. Oh, I'm with you, you know, and man, that I'm with you has always been, I'm with you. So again, this weekend, brother, I'm with you, man. Y'all, I do not want, because I know the brother is going to do some, you know, promo for the event. Man, I need at least 30 RSVPs, man. I need people really to go, because again, it's about impact, the influence. Man, what we saying enough for at least for us to get 30 more young brothers registered for this Black Male Summit that's going on Saturday. I feel like we can do that. You know what I'm saying? So again, let's do that. Let's be sure that we don't just talk and type. We got to come through. We got to be sure that we push through. It's a call to action. So now we got to take the action. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Blackmalesummit.eventbrite.com. That's blackmalesummit.eventbrite.com.
It's with this highly produced show. It's on the bottom. Y'all see it, right?
Okay.
Y'all see, we got a budget. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing. Maybe I couldn't find the one from last night, but listen, guys, I have this song called Still. And I actually wrote this song for my grandmother. We buried my grandmother at the top of the year. So I'm gonna just play this one song and then we're gonna get up out of here. Man, this was the first song I ever cried making in the studio. I've never cried in the booth before. But man, so this song is called Still, y'all. Here we go.
Heaven is by your side. I feel you watching over me. Still see you in my mind.
It's crazy.
A guiding light, you'll always be.
If I could have one more day with you, I can't get you off my mind. Matching buzz down rolly, so I try to freeze the time. Siamese twins, I would never leave your side. Would've told you take my 9, skip that ride, stay inside. Got that call, damn, you gon' forever. Made a promise to your mama, we would bow together. Take your number in my phone, you can call whenever. Long distance, tell God I'll pay whatever. For real. Reminiscing while I'm robbing over jazz horns. Sad poems when a street nigga pass young. Reading Revelations, thinking about retaliation. Other young brothers, mother crying for the congregation. It's like the cycle never ends. I'm sick and tired of crying for my friends. I dropped them keys to your mama, so when she shed a tear, at least she crying in the bean. Straight up, yeah.
I feel you watching over me. Still see you in my mind. A guiding light, you'll always be.
If I could have one more day with you, I would share how much you mean to me. Laughing, joking, asking about my favorite recipes. Opened up my eyes out my sleep. FaceTime with my sis, started crying, I could barely breathe. What you mean, my granny RP? Miss her rest, the Lord bless her, give her angel wings. Pray for my grandfather, heartbroken, life is chestnut checkers, every king needs a queen. White casket, purple flowers, let Tanisha sang last time, so we took our time like purple rain. Rainy Saturday, God felt our pain. Until we meet again, and that's in Jesus' name. So I'm crying like Jigga back in 02. Commemorate your life in the Pro Tools. First time in my lifetime that I ever shed tears in the booth. I miss you, Granny.
Heaven is by your side. I feel you watching over me. Still see you in my mind. A guiding light you'll always be. Still.
Man.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
And then at the end, I was recording inside of my grandmother's service. Some just told me to take my phone out and record. And so that's the end of the song. That was actually for my grandmother's service. I just had my phone out in the church recording. You know, for me, I said, how do you make, a lot of people would think that if you make positive music, it has to be corny. And for they never understood, like, nah, that never was the, I can't tell artists about music. So this was God telling me, man, you're not going to reach that full level of potential that I have for you unless you take advantage of all of the talents that I've given you.
Yeah. Yes, baby boy. Yes, my brother. I said baby boy. Yes, bro.
You went back to rapper mode.
Man, yeah, bro. Like we have to, you can't leave nothing on the table, bro.
Yeah.
Every gift that God has given you, you have to exploit those gifts to the fullest, my bro.
Yeah.
And I salute you. I salute you for that song. Number one, like, I'm blessed for my grandmother to still be with me. She's 94 years old. And I'm about to go see her right now.
Nah, for real.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead. I'm sitting up listening to your song, and I'm like, I'm about to go see my granny right now. But, and I know we gotta go, because we've had a whole Black Male Summit this morning.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's what we get for not doing this more often.
Yeah.
We don't do it enough. You know, we what they say is up there and it's stuck there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But young Black men have to be taught how to process their feelings, how to process their emotions.
Facts.
If not, what happens is we keep all of that stuff bottled up, and all it takes is for some other brother to offend us in any way, and we'll take it out on one of our own brothers.
Right.
You know, so seeing how you process your emotions about your grandma, and you put it on wax, or you put it into a song as a tribute to her that you can, you know, look at over and over, listen to over and over again, that's therapeutic for you.
Right.
And it's a way for you to process your feelings. You know, for too long, we've been taught as men that we're not supposed to have feelings.
Man.
You know, sometimes it's not good to tell somebody, man, get out your feelings.
Get over that. Hurry up.
Yeah, get over that. Move on. And sometimes you think you'd have moved on and you haven't. Now, I'm not saying, we do have to get our feelings in that we make moves emotionally. I'm not saying that. Right. But bro, it's all right to feel. It's okay to hurt. It's painful growing up as a Black man in America. It's painful growing up as a Black woman in America. It's painful growing up, just period. But we have to know how to process that pain and what to do with it so that we're not taking it out on one another, because hurt people hurt people. Man, and so one of the things that we got to do is we got to build studios, and we got to build, you know, podcast studios so that our young brothers will have a place where they can come to process what's going on with them artistically. So man, salute to you, man. I love that song.
Brother, when I start crying, this is I'm gonna share this, y'all, and we're gonna get out of here, right? So I'm recording the song, and the brother Chris hear me start crying, like, cause I never said the verse before, right? So I start crying, and the brother opened the door and come in the studio and give me a hug. Like, this is real, like, brother give me a hug. He started crying too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was just like, hey man, it's cool, bro. Like, I'm here with you. Like, man, just let it out, you know? Yeah. And so as a Black man, to have another grown Black man open the door, listen, he could have just let me stay in the booth and been on some, like, man, let me let you have your moment. The fact that the brother was compelled enough to where he was like, oh no, brother, boom, man. He came in because I told him, I said, hey man, send me something. I'm headed down here to this funeral. And literally he sent it. And as soon as he sent it, I went over there when we got back in town to go record. And the brother came in to comfort me. You know what I'm saying? As a brother.
Yeah, that's
and I
beautiful.
share that to say, guys, it's okay. You know, if you see another brother crying, man, you don't talk down a man. If the spirit move you to go support that brother, go. We need more of that. We need more brothers. When you see your brother broke down somewhere, you don't laugh and make Instagram videos. There's no video of me crying. There's no video of me in the booth with tears. No, because the brother didn't take an advantage to go viral. He was like, man, I got you, brother. You know what I'm saying? The brother really came in from behind me and grabbed me like, man, you all right, brother? I got you.
Yeah.
To be more of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
we need it.
You know, I just want to share that to let y'all know, man, it's cool, brother. Sometimes you go through those things, man. It's all right for people to support and uplift and uphold you. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel bad that you see that and then, you know, be on some laughing stuff or some. No, you don't got to.
Yeah.
And so, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. IG, boy, y'all been thugging it out with us. IG, come on now. Thank y'all. Come on, Facebook and YouTube. Thank y'all, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. Brother Deric, man, I'm finna get these kids. They out of school today. They in here looking at me like, Daddy, we gonna spend some time with the family and with the kids, but definitely Saturday I will see you. Black Male Summit, guys. Again, our goal is 30 people, man. If I can get 30 people to register or get some young person registered, again, blackmalesummit.eventbrite.com. It is absolutely free. Man, all it takes is a little bit of time and encouragement, y'all. Let's get these young brothers the information they need to be successful. That's our fault. That's on us.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So you young artists watching, you want to impress me, meet me at the summit. Show me that whenever it's things that matter, because your music is important. But if you think I'm helping you to help your music, it's not about your music, brother. It's about your life.
Yeah.
That's what it's about for me. So again, y'all want to impress me? Hey man, young brothers, meet me at this Black Male Summit. Let's really network and build. Let's really fellowship. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So man, brother Deric, I appreciate you. Hey guys,
thank you.
I always kick y'all off first because we delete these anyway. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out, suckers. No, I'm playing. Thank y'all for
peace, bro.
Gone, man, brother. Oh, that was 4,255. Come on.
Man.
Come on.
Oh man. Oh man. Thank you, bro. Time well spent. And we look forward to building even further in the future. Love you, man.
Love you, brother. I appreciate you guys. What I'm gonna do on my check my link on my Instagram and I'll put up a post that'll drive traffic. I'm gonna put the link inside of my Instagram bio. So if you want to send somebody to register, all they have to do is click the link in the bio. Again, it is virtual. So guys, guess what? If y'all are moving around on Saturday, it's cool.
Right.
As long as you can jump on the phone and get in front of the phone, you won't miss anything. Listen, social distancing. I'm gonna be with the wife. I'm gonna be at the summit at the same. We working now. We gonna make it work.
Sir.
Come on now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother Deric, thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
All right, love you, bro. We'll
love
talk.
you, brother. Peace. One time, man, brother Deric Muhammed, stand-up guy. Stand-up guy. Stand-up guy, y'all. Stand-up guy. So again, man, thank y'all for waking up with me this morning. Again, man, it was super important that we had that conversation and got that information out. What's up, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, bro, back. I was finna get out of here. What we doing, bro?
Papa make me some burgers.
You say the Papa's make you trying to go to Papa's Burger?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, man? Do you think real life little kids get up and go eat Papa's Burger 2-3 times a month? Is that how you think life goes, man?
No.
How do you think life goes, brother?
Hard.
Thank you.
Like
life is hard.
Hard body Kiati.
Like my name, life go hard like my name.
Like in his songs.
My songs go hard too. Hey y'all, let me tell y'all something. My son like my music. I don't care if don't nobody else like my music. Dylan be doing homework, listening to Believe in Yourself and everything. I'll be like, come on, son. Corvette. Bro, it sound like you be cussing right there, bro. All right, guys, listen. Special show tomorrow. I didn't do it. That was so much church. I didn't even do our church. We didn't take up our building offering fund today. We did not take up the building funds. Okay, we didn't do that today. So tomorrow we have a full family show.
Yeah.
That's right. Tomorrow morning we have a family show. My whole family will be joining me on the show tomorrow morning.
And Jerome and DeMarcus. Because he had to buy my
Dylan, hurry up. Go get your phone. It's almost 10:10, Dylan. Don't let them beat you. Hurry up. Go get your phone. Hurry up, buddy. It's 10:09. Hurry up. I know Jay watching. I know my wife down there on her phone. Okay, y'all. We stayed on till 10:10 this morning. Baby, if you put the wrong thing, it don't count. If you put 10:10p, any of that, it don't count. I'm not cheating. Here you go. Big grip, Jayla, drop tomorrow. Jesse, I got you. Dylan, you jumped the gun. It's only 10:09, man. Stop cheating. I be blinking and missing it. Come on, 10:10. Dylan won. God dog it. Dylan won. God dog. If I wouldn't have told you to get the phone. Oh my God, he beat me. He jumped the gun and still beat me, God.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Don't test the user! So can Papa make me some burgers, or are we gonna go to Papa Burgers? Hello?
Let me think, bro. Daddy didn't take up the money for the building fund. Had I took up the money for the building fund, then I could have took you to Papa's Burgers. Okay, you want me to here? All right, I gotta. If you want us to go to Papa's Burgers, I gotta do the building fund. We're gonna do it real quick, okay? Only one time. Here we go. You gotta help me, okay?
Yes,
you gotta be the deacon. Right here. Hold up, I got you. Hold up, bro. I got you.
Jesse made another one. Yay! Oh, let's go. Like I said, come on. Like I said, come on.
All right, here we go. Wait a minute.
Good on, good.
He didn't even give me credit for the assist. All right, put your hat on. All right, we at church. All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. You my deacon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. You gotta put it up under like this, because you got your stuff on. Yeah. So you gotta put it on like that. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning, Deacon Deal, you good over there, Deacon?
Yes.
I say
Cause I say
I don't know if you know it or not.
I don't know if you know it or not.
We got the church announcements this morning, Ideal.
Yeah, cause I wanted to.
Oh, I'm tripping. I forgot to put up the. Can somebody please put up the. There you go. Okay, I forgot. My bad, y'all. Now let me read these church announcements for y'all this morning. Oh, son, somebody dropped something in the building fund. Let me check this. What it say real quick. We got $1.
What?
Brother Sladen dropped $1 in the bucket. He say, he need a blessing today, Dylan. Give him a blessing. Bless him, son. Give him something.
Make sure you go. Hey, look.
You're a little angry, Deacon.
That's how you gotta be when you're in church.
That's how you gotta be?
Yeah. That's how you be in church in Granny's house.
Let's hope Granny is not watching right now. Now, if y'all have a prayer request, you can send $1 in. I need $1 from the church members this morning. I need $1 unless the Spirit move you. Brother Slay, today you're going to have a good day today.
$2.
Did you just go up? Wait, did you just go up on the offering price?
Also, $1.
$1, man. Just, you want $2? $1. You want $2 for the offering?
If you want $2, I'll take the $2. You can have the $1.
But then, deal. That means we got to change the blessing, Dylan. That means we got to pray harder, brother.
Okay, fine. Just go ahead.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I got it. Brothers and sisters, we're coming to you this morning from the Church of Radio Boss and Little Radio Boss. You all right over there, Deacon Brown?
Yeah.
Did you check the money for the building fund? How much are we short for the building fund?
$1.
Oh, well, the Lord is moving this morning. The Lord is moving on your behalf, Deacon Dylan.
$2 coming in.
We got $5, Dylan Deacon. $5. Yes. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Sister Tanya, she said, Dylan, I got 5 on it.
And I got it, and I got 5 on it.
Messing what?
Oh, we got another one.
Oh, you see him coming in, Sister Tanya. Your blessing is on the way. Dylan, tell her you're going to send her prayer cloth. Her Rep the City prayer cloth.
I'll
tell her.
send you your prayer clock. Your prayer clock.
Boy, prayer cloth.
Cloth.
Prayer cloth. He gonna send your prayer clock. We got another one. This one got your name on it, Deacon. What does that say?
A business.
What does the top part say?
Oh, for Dylan Burgers.
For Dylan's Burgers. Hey, and a blessing this morning, Brother Cedric.
Shout out to Brother Cedric.
You gonna tell him his prayer cloth in the mail?
Shout out Miss Frederick.
Tell him hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And amen.
Deal. Oh, deal. Oh, TT Crystal and tapped in.
Shout out to TT Crystal.
Oh, she sent. Wait a minute. First she sent $1 for the church funds. Then she backdoored and sent 5 and said, cause she got 5 on it. Let's go.
Cause I got 5 on it. Don't mess with me in the week. I got 5 on it. Yeah, I know it. I know since from the radio station. Y'all forgot I knew that.
What little kid riding around singing, I got 5 on it? Boy, you gotta fight the devil off. Say, fight the devil off.
We gotta fight the devil off.
Tell him, fight the devil off.
Fight the devil off.
Fight the devil off, but keep your hat on, baby. Keep on your hat. There you go. All right, keep on your hat. All right, keep on your hat. All right.
Those the ones that we're supposed to pray to.
Wait, we finna read the rest of them. So there go TT Crystal. I got 5 on it. Tell her prayer cloth is on the way.
Your prayer cloth is on the way.
Tell her it's from Rep the City brand.
It's from Rep the City brand.
Good morning, Consuelo. We got your $2 donation. Oh.
Shout out to Little Coquino.
What? Oh, Brother Joshua Moses done came in with a 5 again. Dylan, can you hit him with the
shout out with the 5?
Tell him you got 5 on it.
Cause I got 5 on it.
Yay.
Don't mess it with me in the week. I got 5 on it.
Uh-oh, TT Monique, she sent you $1. She said, pray for Shark Tank. Pray for Tyler Simone. Pray for being on Shark Tank. Do the Shark Tank prayer. How do a shark pray?
Pray like a shark, Dylan. Pray like a shark. Is it a baby shark?
It's a baby shark. I hope all the baby sharks swim through like those monies coming in like that Cash App.
Yes. Yes, we pray the blessings.
Grow and grow and grow.
Yes.
Money to go.
Yes.
To those Papa Bongos.
Yes, that boy say he pray the blessings. Swim in like a shark. Get bigger. Oh, you're. I'm crying, y'all. Something is wrong with my son. Somebody send help. Oh my God, I can't breathe, Dylan. Help me, Baba. Touch my chest, sir. I'm crying. Oh, Jesus. Help me, Lord. Somebody send help.
Screenshot this.
Somebody call 911 and 922 quickly.
Okay, maybe it's time to take off the Jesus hat. Maybe.
Oh, I'm crying real tears, y'all. So he pray to open, swim in like a shark and get bigger.
Somebody with the $5 for Dill Pickle.
My face hurt.
Yeet.
All right, y'all. Show over.
Make sure you go share the video. And make sure you go on what's it called, on YouTube, and make sure you go subscribe, hit the like button, and share the video. And then we're gonna be back for the next AM Wake Up Show. Bye.
TT Cruz sent us $10 to stop.
Because I got 10 on it. I am messing with me in the way. I got 10 on it. Don't mess it with me in the week. I got 10 on it.
Okay, y'all. Oh man. All right, Dylan. Thank y'all. Y'all money.
Now Pablo can give me some burgers.
Yeah, won't he do it? All right, y'all.
Shout out to all the people on YouTube and all the people on Facebook. And shout out to both my teachers and my principals.
Okay, man. Can we go now? Because I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Stop trying to attempt to murder Dad. Trying to kill my father.
I can end it.
TT Pooh, thank you. Oh.
Let me read it.
Sienna South sent you $10 too. They say that prayer was a whole blessing out here, Dylan. All right, y'all, we gone.
I like those sauce too.
You like Sienna Sauce too? Come on, he likes Sienna Sauce.
Yeah, hey, they want me to go more.
No, don't go more. Somebody sent you the good. They sent you money to keep going.
They sent me too.
Wait a minute, somebody sent you $2 to keep going. Wait a minute. Oh, no, y'all, please don't send this man no money to keep going. I thought we was out. Okay.
Oh, this will help me.
Okay, Dad didn't die yet.
You done switched hats?
No hats.
You got this?
He's a top hat.
Lord! We gonna pray today! For real!
The choir director done popped up. The choir director. She in the building now.
Yeah! Shout out to Sayani Sauce! I love that sauce! Because that's why he clicked the wrong thing, because he thought it was time to rap! Okay. Now I'm done.
I'm no longer allowing you to kill Dad.
Okay, y'all.
And make sure you swim like a shark into the Cash App and donate $1, $5, any dollars, even $100. It doesn't matter.
All right, y'all. He going too hard. The boy asked for $100.
Y'all
Show over, y'all.
just.
All right, y'all. The boy asked for $100. We out. That'll never make it to the building fund. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, we did.
Are we ready for our family show for tomorrow?
Yes, and I'm ready for those Papa Burgers.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hold on, make sure we got okay. All right, we got all the prayer requests in. We good. We got it. Okay. Did y'all thank everybody for watching and let them know?
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, my beautiful people.
Now, do y'all let them know that we have the family show set up for tomorrow? Are y'all ready for the family show?
We have the family show.
I'm excited.
Tomorrow, make sure you tune in.
Now, where's the auto tune?
I get up early in the morning.
Okay, bye, guys.
These kids crazy.